Hi, parents. Okay, so this is going to be just a quick kind of overview on some different ways to help maintain a child's attention. I know that's something that I get asked a lot about in class of, I'm having a hard time doing homework at home, or it seems like I can't, have them focus. So how can I help with that? So these are just some ideas and some very basic a basic summary on some things that I use to help maintain attention in class. And then if you have some further questions or concerns, please ask me in class, and I can help you maybe brainstorm some ideas at home. So first thing that we always want to think about is age and context, right? So for a younger child, I'm going to keep our task very simple. I don't want them to feel overwhelmed or for it to be hard or difficult, because then that's going to be harder for them to be engaged in the activity. Removing as many distractions as possible. So again, we have some students, if you've noticed in class sometimes, right, I might move into their gaze of something that they see off. So, when you're doing your homework or any activity, really, reading a book, whatever it is, try and have it in a place where there's not other things that might draw their attention. Maintaining a listening posture yourself. So again, if we have other things that are taking our attention, then the child that we are working with, for me, if I'm working with a child and my attention is scattered, then my student's attention is more likely to be scattered. So if there is, and I know that can be hard to carve out time and say, like, I'm going to be focused for this 5 minutes. So again, as much as we can remove those things to help us have that listening posture as well. Any way that we can, our next thing is any way that we can incorporate physical movement is always going to help a body be more engaged. We as adults, the more we are using our body and movements, the more likely we are to remember something. And the same is true for a child. So, having a token and putting it on the board, or going and hiding the shapes and then trying to find them. That's why I do a lot of movement homework, or I try to, because again, that's a great way to keep our bodies kind of focused on our task. Another thing that is really helpful, and again, I use this with pretty much everyone, including myself, is having a timer set. That helps me maintain my focus to that task, especially if I know I only have to focus on this for 3 minutes or 5 minutes or whatever. And so it can be a time, or it can be a set number. So again, sometimes I'll say, okay, let's do 5 more words, and then we're done. And then my student can see how many, as my fingers go down, they see, oh, it's getting less and less, and then I can focus on something else. So having a timer or a goal in mind, and then also having the word technically is reward, but I like using an if-then idea, meaning if we get all of our words done, then we get to do this activity, or then we get to do X. So again, let's say 5 words, and then we get to have a silly face contest. Right, something very, very easy. It's, all you have to do is make a silly face. But it's something very simple that, again, can boom, 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 boom. Okay, let's do our silly face. The last 2 things are, again, these are more teacher-related ideas, but again, I have found them to be very helpful, so I want to share them with you. And hopefully if it can mean something to you, that's great. One thing that I have learned that is very hard sometimes is when we have this task that we need to get done, and sometimes I have a lot of students that have, I call them squirrel moments, where they're like, they're telling me about this and then this and then this and then this, and in order to get us back on the track that I need, I will follow their lead on that squirrel thought, right? So if a student is telling me about a toy they were playing with, right? I might say, wow, that sounds like a really cool toy. What color was the toy? And then I bring it, and they tell me red. Oh, red. Oh, on our paper, the color says blue. Can you say blue? And so again, I'm following their lead, but then I'm leading them back. And sometimes we have to do that a lot, and that's okay, right? We're still learning how to maintain attention, especially at this age, right? There's a lot of things going on in our world, and we want to talk about it. The other thing too, that again, this has kind of been woven into a few of these ideas, but being as creative and out of the box as possible. And Speaking for myself, I have really creative days and really not creative days. And the internet and Pinterest is a wonderful place to find lots of different ideas on how you can have make something a little bit more creative or abstract, something that can make it more engaging. So again, the internet is a great place. You can find lots of ideas. That's where I find lots of my ideas of things that I do in class. I know that was a very quick, brief overview of just some ideas that I have had to help maintain attention. Again, if you have questions or concerns about helping with your child's attention, please come chat with me and we can, think through some solutions. I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for listening to a kind of long parent education video, but have a great day. Bye, guys.